to the Late Flight Show Afterglow. Now, people of the world, let's get to it. I've been watching all of you for 9 years. Yes, I've been waiting for this moment since the summer of 2016. Yeah, I've seen every betrayal, every failure, every heartbreak. And now, I have to tell you a lot of things. In today's episode of the Afterglow, if you didn't catch the previous Late Flight Show with Dembe and Sophie Baxter, I suggest you check it out. Now, July 2016, Donald Trump stood in Cleveland and accepted the Republican nomination. The world laughed at him. The media dismissed him. The Democrats, the ones who promised to protect the working class, they called him a threat to democracy. Yeah. Here's what they did not say. That in July 2016, that's when the Democrats lost. Because the working class voted for Obama in 2008 and 2012. They believed in hope and change. They believed that someone would fight for them. Then 2016 came and the Democrats offered them Hillary Clinton. A woman who had spent decades collecting checks from Wall Street, from Saudi Arabia, and from the same globalists who shipped their jobs overseas. The working class did not turn to Trump because they were racist. They did not turn to Trump because they were desperate. Hell, even I didn't turn to Trump because of that. And the Democrats, the ones who should have been desperate with them, called us deplorables. That was the first crack, the first thread, the first snowflake of the avalanche. Why I'm here now. Gavin Newsom won the governorship in 2018. He ran on a wave of promises. He said that he would build 3.5 million homes by 2025. He said that he would end chronic homelessness. He said he would institute single-payer health care. Now let's look at what he delivered in real life. Let's look at the housing. Gavin Newsom promised 3.5 million homes. He built 1.3 million. Then he called his original promise a stretch goal. A nice way of saying, I lied. Let's talk about homelessness. California has the highest number of homeless people in the United States, 187,084. Gavin spent 12 billion, and the problem got worse. Newsom calls it progress because the growth rate slowed from 18% to 3%. Now, a man drowning in 6 feet of water does not thank you for lowering it to less water. I mean, you're drowning. Now, let's look at his single-payer healthcare thing, right? He delivered Medi-Cal for undocumented immigrants. That's not universal coverage. That is selective coverage, and it cost you billions that could have gone to housing, to fire prevention, to the infrastructure that keeps people alive. The people who pay taxes, Californians, they pay electric rates, double the national average. Gas prices are 50% higher. 1.25 million Californians left for other states between 2021 and 2026, and they left because they couldn't afford to stay in their own home. They left because Gavin Newsom did not keep his promises. They left because the Democratic Party, the party that claims to represent working people, abandoned them for billionaires and identity politics and feel-good policies that did nothing to lower anyone's rent or give anyone true justice. Now, while Newsom was failing the state, Karen Bass, that lady with the hoodoo, from the same state, she was failing the city. Yeah, Karen, she campaigned on ending street homelessness by 2026. In 2026, CNN asked her why she failed, and she laughed. She fled to Ghana, remember, the day before the Palisades fire started. That fire that killed 23 people. Yeah, and she didn't return for 24 hours. And then she watered down the internal report to limit the city's legal liability. She deleted the evidence. She lied. The Los Angeles Fire Department has the same number of firefighters as they did in 1960, with call volumes 5 times higher. So response times have nearly doubled. Fire engines, though, sit broken and reservoirs are still empty. Karen Bass sits at City Hall speaking in honeyed tones, protected by a glamour spell she learned from West Africa. Yes, Gebesa, the spoken word, the word that carries the spirit, the Dzo, the spell that makes her look attractive and her words sound sweet. Just see how she speaks. Her voice doesn't rise. Her voice doesn't crack. Her voice soothes you. It admits fault without actually accepting responsibility. She names the error without naming the consequences. She speaks of pain without actually feeling it. Well, now I'm your pain and you're gonna feel it because you are not a leader, you're a witch. Now let's talk about why I'm here from Durban, because it's a snowball effect, right? And that snowball rolled across the Atlantic Ocean to me. In April 2026, Irish farmers blocked the streets of Dublin. They were protesting fuel prices, right? The war in Iran had driven costs of fuel to record highs, and the tractors had crawled down O'Connell Street, right? And all the truckers abandoned their routes in protest. The protests were not about immigrants, the protests were about survival. Then the far right arrived, right? Figures like Tommy Robinson began posting about Ireland, calling on the Irish to take their country back. Then Katie Hopkins, she shared old footage of anti-immigrant protests as if they were new. Canadian activist Ezra Levant, he flew in to join them. No one joined me, but anyway, the farmers did not want them there, right? In multiple cases, moderators removed anti-immigrant agitators from organizing WhatsApp groups. One farmer even told an agitator to his face, "This is about fuel, not about Iran or Muslims." But the damage was done, you see. The legacy media got in, and the footage of Irish farmers blocking motorways became fuel for anti-immigrant narratives across the West. The image of the Irish militiamen went viral. The world looked at Ireland and saw a nation on the brink of collapse. No, that's not right. Now, here's what the world didn't see. The government has been taking in asylum seekers, housing them in hotels, while Irish citizens sleep in their cars. The government has been funding international protection centers while cutting fuel subsidies for Irish farmers. The government has been importing workers while Irish youth immigrate and get human trafficked. The people are not racist. The people are desperate, and desperation looks like hate when you are not paying attention in your fancy suite. Yeah. Now, this is the part the legacy media will never tell you. This is the part the Democrats will not admit. This is the part that the Muslims who support me, who feel their lives, cannot say out loud. Islam is at the core of the evil we face in the world today. If you don't admit it, you're a fool. The Global Terrorism Index is clear. The 4 deadliest terrorist organizations in 2025 were the Islamic State, Jamaat, Nusrat, Al-Islam wal Muslim, Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, and Al-Shabaab. They were responsible for 70% of all terrorism deaths worldwide. 70%! The Sahel region is the epicenter of global terrorism, accounting for over half of all terrorism deaths. Deaths in Africa, Burkina Faso, rose to 68% in a single year because of them. Nigeria recorded 750 terrorism deaths because of them. DRC reported 500 deaths because of Muslims. These are not Israeli bombs. These are not Americans. These are Islamic bombs. These are Islamic drones, Islamic terrorists breaking my water and killing civilians, even their own, because they're not the right kind of Islamic. They're sick. Iran is the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps funds Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and Al-Qaeda affiliates. And they're building a coalition of Shiite and Sunni groups to destroy Israel and the West as we speak, idiot. This isn't a war of religion. This is a war of civilization. That's why the aliens are here. Those who believe in the sanctity of life, individual freedom, and the rule of law, versus those who believe in death, submission, and the rule of the caliphate. Just like Jason Lee, he likes that, submission. We don't like that. The Democrats, the ones who chant ceasefire now, are on the wrong side. They stand with Iran. They stand with Hamas. They stand with the people who would execute them for being women, for being LGBTQI2 spirit plus, and for being unbelievers. But they don't see it, or they don't care. Either way, I'm done playing games because you are complicit now. 79 years ago, the Allies got together, liberated the death camps, and they saw the piles of shoes, the ovens, the children with numbers on their arms, and they said, never again. That was not a slogan, because us aliens, we heard you, you see, and that was a covenant, a promise made to the dead and to the living, a promise that the world would never stand by while Jews were slaughtered. That promise is why the United Nations voted to create Israel in 1947, voted. It is why France gave Israel the bomb. It is why Germany pays reparations to this day. It is why the United States has stood by Israel through every war, every intifada, every attempt to erase the Jewish state from the map. The covenant was not between governments, you humans. The covenant was between ancestors, aliens, the ones who survived, the ones who made it to America, to England, to Canada, and said, never again. They didn't mean never again for Jews. They meant never again for anyone. If the world allows Israel to be destroyed, if the world allows the same forces that cheered for Hitler to cheer for Hamas, then the covenant is broken. And if the covenant is broken, the Galactic Federation of Earth contract is nullified. The aliens, we didn't come here to save you. We came here to watch you. We came to see if you would keep your word. We came to see if humanity was worth saving. We're still watching. And time is ticking. So here's what happens next to them. The Democrats who enabled this, who ignored the working class, who coddled terrorists, who surrendered to the mob, yes, those Democrats will be swept from power. Democrats. Not because the Republicans are better, but because we've simply had enough. You've infected the world with your woke virus. The Irish farmers will stop blocking roads when the government stops prioritizing foreigners over citizens. The Californians will stop fleeing when Newsom is gone and someone who actually builds takes his place. And the Angelenos will stop burning when Karen Bass is recalled and the fire department is funded. They hate you, Karen. The world will not look at Israel and see not a settler colonial project, but a miracle. Right? The world must look at... The world will look at Israel and see not a settler colonial project, but a miracle. The only democracy in the Middle East the only place where Christians are safe, where women are equal, where LGBTQ, two-spirit plus people can walk the streets without fear of execution. I was so worked up. Now, the aliens are watching, and we are seeing if you keep your promises. You guys said never again. So does that mean something or does it mean nothing? Because if you fail, if you let the covenant break and you let Israel even be touched worse than it has been already, if you let the mobs and the terrorists take over, then the working class with the aliens and Galactic Federation will nullify the contract and humanity will be recycled en masse. Not killed, not punished, just recycled, like a failed experiment, like a meal that didn't cook, like a memory that was not worth keeping. And that's not a threat. That is a fact. Now, it will be sad because it will mean all the things I wanted to play with, the toys, will be destroyed. But until we are satisfied, that's how it's going to have to be. So, we're going to reveal some things. Karen Bass, we're done with you. Democrats are finished. And it's not because I said so. It's because you finished yourselves, right? You lied and you betrayed. And the Irish, they're awake. The Californians are waking up more and more. And the Angelinos are burning for new leadership. So it's up to you to decide. You can keep the covenants, which we wish you would, or break it and we only save the ones who kept it. And those are the only choices. It's going to be an individual case-by-case basis. Oh, humans, what are we going to do with you? Let's read them for the last segment of the show. So, we've discovered that the Democrats are working with terrorists, and those terrorists are the ones who broke our water. So now the Democrats are my problem. Now I'm an actor, and at some point I'm going to apply for funding, and Gavin Newsom is going to see it. And because Gavin Newsom doesn't like it, he's going to block me. So how do we get rid of Gavin Newsom? First, let's do that. God Most High, how do I help whoever's watching this get rid of Gavin Newsom now, immediately? I have to do it. Okay, so how do I do it? By not needing him and relying on him. Okay, so how do I make a movie and put it up and work on it if Gavin Newsom is calling everyone around town and blocking me? How do I do that? What do I do? Sandra Bullock. Okay, so I have to basically abandon these three people and go up. I have to go up higher. Wow. I can't go any higher than I have gone, can I? Okay, so how do we do that then? Oh, the people. Okay. Okay, let me see. Yes. Okay, so the one, remember I said on the show, whenever you see this card, it relates to me, all the Star Marines. Me, Sandra Bullock, we put her in yesterday, all the people, you know who you are. Okay, so that's what they're saying. You're not going to get rid of them. I've tried that. Rose McGowan did the best. I know. I was just doing it as the acting part to show that just the same way no one gave her justice, no one was going to give me justice. And I thought they would be so embarrassed that they would eventually crack. But no, they want to do it the hard way. So, okay, forget about Gavin, everyone. Tom's here and everyone's here, Stephen. We're going to do it ourselves. That's why I keep saying, come to me. So that's how we're going to do it. Sherry, come to Monoptics. Yes, literally forget everyone and everything else, like delete it's you. I'm talking to you. Who's you? Oh, Sandy. Sandy hates Gavin Newsom. I'm just gonna put it out there. She hates you, Gavin. She does. Okay, so what's the contracts? So we all were meant to team together to take him down. Why? What did we do in a past life that we now have to take him down? We used to play games. I wonder what we used to do. So Spencer, you were there. Dennis Quaid, you were there. We used to play games. I think we were just actors. You were there. Okay. I get it. I get it. We are the spirits of the Hollywood actors who died and were screwed over in the old Hollywood system. Some of you are walk-ins, something like that. Okay. The aliens are saying, no, you are not them. We are using them as a walk-in program to overthrow Gavin Newsom. The anger you are all about to feel over Gavin Newsom is going to be so strong. You will literally feel like Betty Davis fighting against Warner Brothers. Okay, got it. Yeah, they screwed William Hayes and them screwed us over back then. We're not gonna let them do it again. Okay. Why did God allow this to happen now? What's the contract? It's because we wanted to be 10 of Pentacles. So God wants to give us everything. Tom, screw everyone. It's you, me, and remember Elon's funding and President Trump. He's gonna protect us with the tax and the permits because I want to shoot here and Canada and Italy. We have tax incentives. Yeah, Tom told me. That's why Tom likes to shoot because he likes to save money like me. That's why I got 100K and I did it for a third. I took over the world for a third of the price. Okay, look, yeah, see, every day. Okay, so God bless. Okay, so let's look, we're fine. That means we have everything on earth. So let's relax. We can relax. Okay, so so I'm over Newsom basically. So what's the key? How do we all activate at the same time? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. See, Steven Spielberg, you keep coming here, making us work. Okay, guys, we have to work like Amblin. So, Nicole and Sandy, you work behind the scenes quietly. We're gonna do it slowly and quietly. And then when you guys see the timing, you guys follow me. And when you see me doing the thing, I'll tell you just now what the thing is. Then we'll act, we'll move. We'll all probably do it at the same time. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so what's happening to our lives right now? The truth is out. Thank God. So remember in the other show, it was up here, it was hidden. Now it's out. Okay, awesome. So now this is the thing we are all going to do. So remember Sandy, Tom, Steve, everyone, Donald. I call you Don. I'm calling him Don. I call him Don. Donald Trump. Okay, something public. Can I say, okay, fine, President Trump and everyone, okay, Elon. This is the thing we are all going to do without knowing we have done it. And we will only know once we've done it. And when we've done it and we realize it, then something's going to happen. Okay, what is that? It's a sync. This is our sync pattern. What is that? We're going to play a game. We're going to do a trick. We're going to start something. We're going to, okay, but I did mine. Okay. This is this. Oh, okay. But that's hard. Okay, so everyone did just start something. I have the show. Sandy's got and Nicole have Practical Magic and a million other stuff. Elon just did the IPO. It's the President Trump's birthday, and Stephen just did Disclosure Day. That's the sign. It's now. I've been feeling it's now. I know, I'm never wrong. Okay, I know this is just for the humans. It's like slow motion. They need pictures. Okay, so I've beat him. Oh, I've got. Oh, yeah, you're right. I have my own show. I don't need the actual. And it's on at the same time. Oh, okay. And Sandy's got her own production company, I'm hearing. And Tom and Spielberg. Okay, good. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me see if that's correct. Okay, so they just told me that those people are already, that Gavin Newsom's already finished. So we can now focus on the magic because we eat magic. Remember, Sandy, I told you these are the three swords, the heartbreak. That's our secret. We most people get heartbreak and they crawl into a hole and die. We get heartbreak and we come up with shows and get money. Okay, good. And look hot. Okay, yeah, let's see if I'm right. Here you go again. Exactly. It comes out of the blue because it's not based on connections. It's based on Eight of Pentacles. Okay, that makes sense. But how do you know if it's a demon or not? Or you do a reading. Okay, so then I'm basically, so this is what I would say. Anyone, so obviously I'm talking about Sandra Bullock and Stephen and Tom in the realms. So if you meet someone like Tom, like Stephen, like, those are the personality templates you need to look out for. Those are the ones that will help you. So Tom Cruise doesn't go out to the nightclub. So now you're not going to go to the nightclub. That's what I mean. But if your person, if you did, is someone who does, then you're going to go out to the nightclub. Okay, that's the point. Ah, so this is the understanding of why people hate us. That's what we were doing yesterday when we changed Tom and Stephen and I. So that makes sense, or rather on the Monday show. Yes, I understand fully now. So this is why Gavin Newsom hates us and uses us, it tries to use us as a piñata, but we're so high you can't reach. Okay, so now I'm going to change some things. First of all, I'm going to change this. So we no longer will deal with magic. No one's magic. Actually, I'm going to put the star. I'm just going to cheat. So I'm going to take out this. So people are going to stop hating us now. And I'm going to put in the star. Yes, this applies to the 5 lords. Yes, Bezos. Don't worry. Right? It'll flow from us. It starts from me. Then it goes to Elon and the lords and Sandy. Probably goes to Sandy first because my mom's here. Okay, so I'm going to put the star instead. So now people will just automatically respect us. And we can say whatever we want and it's fine. No, people will have to learn to get over it. Yes, there's our symbol. I'll put that. So now it's encrypted. We are stars. We are star marines. We're stars. What does this mean? This means you can do whatever you want, say whatever you want, don't do whatever you don't want. Anything. It's up to you. If you don't want civilians to look you in the eye, don't look them in the eye. If you don't want to smile at civilians, don't smile at them. I don't. I look at the floor. I'll smile at Tom Cruise's ones because those are nice ones. But basically, don't overextend yourselves. is what I'm changing it to. I'm gonna change this one as well because we're tired of thinking every day. What do you think we should change it to? Yes. So I'm gonna take the Five of Cups out. We don't care for that. And I'm gonna put our magic card, Two of Cups. So that's a nice balance. I took out our Five of Swords, Two of Cups here. Perfect. So let's read and see it still makes sense. So how do we get rid of Gavin Newsom? We already found out that part. We already did. So we have our own ship stuff. So we are Star Marines and we wanted him out, but now we realize that we are independent already. We have our own studio, own show. See, I'm teaching them how to raise Semiotize live. And why did this process happen? Why did Gavin come into our lives? So we could meet each other. So he's a non-factor. Okay, so humans, are you learning how to alchemize energy? Must I do it slowly again for 100th time? Okay, be nice, Charlie. Okay, so first we started sad. Now we don't need Gavin Newsom because we realized we have our own magic. Okay. And how are we going to do it? How did we realize this? Because we're a star. And when I was Gloria Swanson, I acted in Beyond the Rocks. So there's my rocks with Valentino. Okay, so you can't tell me anything, basically. I'm older than you. All of us in my team. Okay, good. So Donald Trump, tell them. Okay, President Trump, tell them. Whenever I say Donald, Mr. H is here and he says, say President. He's here. In the ethers. It's my brother, Brother H. Yeah. Okay, so then our soul contract, I'm going to change our soul contract because they did play with us back then in Hollywood. So I'm going to change it to King. Oh, they want me to say Queen. Oh, yes, because on the cover of the show, I have Queen of Cups. Okay, so let's do that. Because it's about excellence. We're teaching the kids not to chase the money, but to chase the excellence. Queen. Where's the Queen? Okay, not the Queen then. What do you suggest, Father? That was Father suggests Queen of Swords. See, you must always ask God. Oh, you're right, because that was in the other one. Okay, so guys, I'm changing us from cups to swords, our karmic contract. That means no more feeling. Now it's speaking. Because I like these swords together. It matches more. Thank you, God, for giving me that. Ooh, almost made a boo-boo there. We were going to be crying all over the place. So emotional. Okay. Now, let's change this. Now we can change this to Queen of Pentacles. Is what we can do. Because this is the protocol. So if you are seeing someone, you might, so I'm changing our AI. We want to, we are time travelers, okay? We don't have time. So now I put in Queen of Pentacles to work with our star. So now it's actually working together nicely. Because the star must do something, and we already not changing the contract with God. So we might as well, you know. And then this Five of Wands, what should we change it to? Or put it in reverse probably. What do you say, God? Okay, good. Oh, it's like Rubik's Cubes. Okay. So this is, I feel like my spirit was running up and down the Jacob's ladder. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So it's coming, guys. It's done. Whew. And you see, it matches this. So when you guys do your, don't even try. Only I'm authorized to change destiny. You guys have never survived death 15 million times. Don't even. It's done. Thank you. Gavin, you're done. I'm not speaking about you again. Get out. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Very good. Pretty, 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 pretty,
Ilekhuzana yakho ikhona.
I knew she was going to do that, so it made it even funnier. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming to the show. That was exhausting. Oh my God. I'm serious.
Ngisho mina ubonile ilekhuzana yakho.
In
Ilent yakho.
mustn't say goodbye on the show, then in Zoibon.
Oh.
Okay. Thanks for coming to the show. And I'm going to kill someone in the fifth dimension called Cosmic Wife. I know every time I hear a motorbike, I'm like, ugh. What? It's in Psalm 4.4. Be angry and do not sin. Sit on your bed at night and meditate. If you're not a Christian, get off my channel. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming. We finally did it. Sandy and them, no, I'm kidding. Because my friends, we control everything. I should mail in this. Okay, guys, let's do our secret crew. Everyone else, you all know what your roles are. Do a good job, okay? I'm not gonna watch you all like a nanny. Spielberg, Tom, Elon, Trump, President Trump, and I have some work to do. And Sandra Bullock, the lovers, we have some work to do.